So let's not delay. Let's move into it. Up next, the Rolling Rivals. They're going to play Hydrantdude and Huff. You guys hopefully are listening to this stream. It is time. A lot of stuff has been going on in the world of rolling. So we will now discuss what is currently the situations. It's going to be an amazing match. This is the best of 91 as these guys are going to get their series going. So let's take a look at the history between the two who are really, truly rivals when you look at it from the world of classic Tetris. All right, so Huffulufugus here, new to the community. Saw him recently. Apparently there was a lot of talk about his CT match that he had, going to kill screens a couple times with, I think it was Awning Guy or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Trying to open up this right side. Huffulufugus here on level 27. And Hydrant's gonna fall! Hanger J on the left seals the deal! Huffulufugus at 7:52 says adieu to Hydrantdude. So Huff now sitting at 393. Oh, Hydrantdude having some trouble here on the left side. Oh no, that J doesn't burn anything. A herring J is for man. Oh no, Hydrantdude! He's done at 454. Oh no, Hydrantdude! 454, 100 is the score. Huffulufugus is super clean. Lava bearing touches at 442. Huffulufugus has the game in his hand. He's gonna do it and stop Eric Tetris! But up next, ladies and gentlemen, a matchup that I personally have been waiting for some time. That's right, the Ultimate Tappers Challenge. Hydrantdude and Huffulufugus. They're gonna duke it out for a spot in the Kingsman Invitational Tournament, the CKWC qualifying tournament. One of them is going to enter. Which one will it be? Huffulufugus owns Hydrantdude lifetime. He's never lost to Hydrantdude. Huff gets the right side reopened. He's waiting on a long bar. Not going to get it right away. Gets a square and gets the L perfectly. He's still waiting for a long bar. It's not coming. Going to overhang the square. That is absolutely dangerous. He's got the right side open. He is the long bar. He doesn't go for the J-Bird. That's going to be it. It's done! At 490. He's done it! He gets it done! He's finally defeated Huff! Game 4 is no more! And there we go. We're off and running. 537 here. Hydrantdude again in Tetris. He needs another long bar right now. And now he didn't need it because guess what? He figured it out. Oh, he's so smart. Tetris or Hydrantdude. He's got it. Oh, he's at 833 now with 4 lines left. Huff gets a Tetris after cleaning up. He's at 872. Oh, Hydrantdude is waiting for a long bar. He'll get one here. And he would need another one. And that's going to be it. He's done at 869. Hey now, times 8. Huff will survive it and get through just enough at 877. GG's. 09 for Huff. Huff was playing around the bottom, but he's got it clean. He's got Tetris again to keep his lead. But Hydrant coming back real hot. 548, the late burn set. Oh, that lumbar. He definitely is going to have to bring this down. Needs another lumbar for a score. He really needs a lumbar for a score. He really needs a lumbar for a score. Oh, he got it. Oh, now what are we going to do with that left side? This board is crumbling, and that'll be it. You can see it on his face. Oh, he tried so hard. He's going to make it interesting at the end. But that'll do it.
Oh my God, can you believe it? Unbelievable. A 1.6 million points, 1.5 totally surpassed the world record broken by over 130 something thousand points.
All right, you've seen the highlights. You see the story. It's time. The rivalry continues here at Rivals 2. Let's get introductions going on the left-hand side. I don't know what introduction he wants. He can be known as many different things these days. But I still call him the coolest dude around. He's truly an amazing player. And now is the current world record holder in score. As you saw in the clip there, getting a 1.6 million in a competitive game. Call him whatever name you want. To me, he will always be the Hydrantdude. And on the right is his arch rival, a man that has been very difficult for him to beat. A young man that has taken the game to the next level as well, as he too has become a major force in the world of rolling. He is the current champion of the WPL Classic Tetris for 2021 and has earned his right for a spot perhaps at CTWC 2021. It's Huff! And this, ladies and gentlemen, will be the best of 91. With perhaps games 1 through 30 getting played this evening. And of course, we're doing a best of series. Why the hell not bring someone who is the best as far as commentary is concerned with me. He is a Nintendo World Championship finalist from 2015. And of course, Dr. Mario is his legacy as he is getting set for the World Championships being held very shortly. Welcome in Ohio's very own Chris Bidwell! Chris, welcome back, my friend.
What is up, Kingsman? How are you tonight?
I am doing outstanding. There's been a lot of great stuff going on. So these guys are getting their final warm-ups in. They've been probably warming up for like an hour because they were supposed to start around that time. But as you know, Chris, everything happens in Classic Tetris that, hey, we don't get on time for anything.
Yeah, that's been running these things all summer. It's been a refresher to realize that these things never go on time. But as long as we're having fun, it's all worth it.
Indeed. So let's go over the house rules. We got house rules. We got a nice little graphic card too. What about that? Best of 91 house rules go like this. Players will start on level 29 only. Player with the most lines will win the game. So this will be about lines, Chris. Whoever gets the most lines will not be about score. Score will be a tiebreaker if they do end up with the same amount of lines on level 29. Games 1 through 30 will be played, hopefully, tonight on the Tetris Friendlies Rivals 2 event. Games 31 through 60 will be played on Monday, this coming Monday, September 20th, in the old Louis and Ben time slot. And the final game, 61 through 91, will be played on Monday at the 10 p.m. Spot once again. Just in time for the first day of qualifying.
So what's the story with 91? What is with this random number?
Beats me, Chris. I have absolutely no clue.
Good year, man. That's the year the Nirvana Nevermind came out. I was a freshman / sophomore in high school, you know. But I don't know why these two would be enamored with it, but I'm all for it.
I guess it was something unique to make it different instead of saying best of 99 or whatever. I know they maybe got a little inspired by Louis and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. You mind refresh me there? I don't get the screen up there.
Oh, sure. No problem. I shall do that. We got a ready from Hydrant, who is responding as Jounce in the chat, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that, Chris.
Yeah, see, I need to be filled in on this. I obviously watched the run, and I didn't realize who was who, so...
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to discuss, so I'm sure we'll be talking about it.
This feels more and more like wrestling every day. Like we got the fake Sting, we got Joust. I mean, who the heck knows?
That's right. maybe Hydrant will leave and start wearing face paint to come back
and hang out in the rafters. I mean, we already did that at Columbus, so I mean, he's already used to that.
Indeed. All right, so here we go. They are both ready. It is the best of 91, so let's do it. Chris, count them down for this first game, number 1.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So these games might go fast and furious, or might be here for a while, Chris, because I was asking the guys, like, what on average are you guys playing a level 29 when you guys are rolling? And I was told they go on average like about at least 60 seconds. And then Huff was saying he can get anywhere between like 50 to 70 lines at times.
But how long does that take when it's level 29? And obviously you have to play perfect Tetris. I mean, if you make any misdrops whatsoever, cleaning those up, if you don't do that right away, your game's over.
And right now you see Huff, very nice stacking. That square is going to cause him fits, though. He's at 25 lines. Hydrant sitting at 22 with that left side for Hydrant. Oh, my word. Oh, man. They're tied at 25 lines, but there's the burn. Hydrant will take game number 1. How about that? See, Chris, this is going to be fast and furious, man. This is going to be raging hot.
It's going to be hard. We got to keep those crowds together.
So, Huff, Hydrant, you're good. You are good. You have taken game number 1. Guys are ready to go. They got the R's in the chat, so I'll just let them count it down. We won't repeat it. You'll see them go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So mullining is not encouraged for these, obviously, because you're only going for lines.
Yeah, they're only going to go for lines.
So I watch the 29 warm-ups every once in a while. I'm not keeping track of this scene. Where does the transition at level 29? Is it the 130 lines still?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, great. Awesome. We will find out maybe.
Maybe, but not right now. Hydrantdude is going to top 5 lines in. Huff already at 17. And look at that glove. I think he got a new glove, it looks like, because that does not look worn out. He'll take game number 2.
All right, we got Sunny and Game Scout saying 200 lines, so that's...
Thank you.
The heck of a... And Hydrant, a top out at 5. So I might be... Well, I'm watching the actual stream because I'm waiting for Kings to refresh and...
Oh, it didn't.
You know, potato internet, Taco Bell, it's all right.
Yeah, trust me. It's going to be that kind of a night. So they're going to keep going. Let's try it again here, Chris. Let me know if that works.
All right. There we go.
All right, cool.
So they're just rapid firing these. They're not even counting it down. They're just going, right?
Well, I counted down for them. They just give me the R's in the chat, and then we just go. But it's gonna be rapid fire. Just gonna be 1, 2, 3, and there you go. 5 lines in. That's it. Huff is done. Hydrant is good for the next one.
This is pretty great.
It's gonna go fast. Yeah, it's gonna go fast. So that's why I was like, I'll let these guys go next because Books is waiting. He's waiting patiently. He came back from a very busy evening. He's tired. He says,
We love Books.
I want to play, but okay, you gotta move it along. Scout mentioning this feels like PAL 19. Yeah, it can most certainly.
Well,
feel like that.
it's the same drop rate, but obviously with the 50 hertz versus 60 hertz, and the DAS control being a little faster in PAL.
All right, so I got it ready from. Yeah, no, Scout can't believe it.
Oh
Don't worry, Scout. We're only doing 30 rounds tonight. Yeah, we're only doing 30 rounds tonight. I think we're ready to go. Count them down. They can start whenever in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So we're going to go to game number 4. Imagine, I asked them before they were going to do this, Chris. I said, do you guys have a house rule as far as if you don't make a certain level of lines, you have to restart like we were doing with Louis and Ben? They said, no, we're just going to go. Whatever line it is, it is. It's that's enough games as it can be.
Well, nothing's lasted more than 2 minutes so far.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing that it's even gone that far because, 7 lines in, Hydrant's going to be done. So Huff also going to top, but his 11 lines is going to be good. He'll tie it up now. We are 2-2 through the first 4. So GG's there.
And I have to say, this is coming from a man who can barely play 19. I would have to say that it's easier to start at level 29 with a little bit of trash at the bottom to work into, because starting off completely clean, like a perfect clear, getting those tucks in right away would be more difficult, I would think.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see if anyone takes that advice here. You see Hydrant actually, there you go. He's starting to get a little try. I don't know if it was intentional or not there.
Yeah, Huff.
But
couldn't get the line over, so Huff's gonna top out at 11. But that one line is not a guarantee. There's 12. Hydrant's going to take it 4-3. Oh boy.
Nice job.
So what's the deal with the Huff name? Was he trying to prove a point being an unknown? I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So we're talking in reference to Hydrantdude, who is playing under a alt account that he has by the name of Jounce. Jounce was
Okay.
his DAS alt that he was using, but nobody knew that at the time. So legend goes that he was using that as his DAS alt, and then when he decided to take a break from Classic, he stepped away from the game for a little bit, and then he's like, I'm going to go back and start picking up rolling, and I'll do it under my alt account, which is Jounce. And he started getting really good at it, and from what I heard is that he got really good started showing it off over at Blank's Garage Qualifier, because he was there, but he didn't compete. He was just there hanging out and was showing everybody how good he was, and just started to keep playing that way. And he just decided, you know what, people know that I'm not playing right now, so I'm just going to go with this persona and stick with it.
Look at Huff go, though.
23 lines, that'll be it.
23, and Hydrant gets it. Interesting, Hydrant, with his alt, is keeping up the fine classic Tetris tradition of performing well with a J name.
This is true.
Got Vince in the chat. How's it going, Vince? I am a slow roller. We got 5-4. We're caught up. Okay, you're keeping up the score. So I see 4-4.
Yeah, we're tied 4-4. 8 matches in, 4-4. We got 22 more to go, Bidwell. We're flying here. We're flying, baby.
This is. Have we decided? Is it Thrill Screen? What have we decided to call this?
I think a lot of people still fancy the name Kill Screen. And you can see
I liked it. I think I saw Grand Designs call it a kiltris. That was a great term. I mean, as these matches in CTWC, as 29 play is going to come into play, you got to go back to the basics and realize that a Tetris is worth the same amount as 30 single lines. So while we're not playing for score in this particular match, CTWC time in a few weeks, setting up for that one Tetris is going to be far more important than surviving for 20 some lines into the thrill screen, kill screen, jump screen, whatever we want to call it, cheese screen.
I mean, you could call it any of those names. In 3, 2, 1, they'll go. It'll be game number 10. So we're about a third of the way already there.
Not bad.
Moving things along. Somebody gave Books a coffee. Oh man, what a flip of the eyepiece from
Wow.
Huff.
That is a 60th of a second that you have to get that in. That is just frame perfect. Just amazing.
Oh, look at this cleanup from Huff.
Wow.
Hydrant. Oh man, dirty triple. Chris, what do we watch? This is the next level of gaming in our esport. Can you believe this?
I think we got to do a side event for this. If this isn't part of, is this too stupid to be part of Stupid Tetris Monthly for CTM? I don't know.
I think it's too smart. It's amazing.
Yeah, that doesn't feel stupid.
All right, guys are ready to go. Huff has fallen behind now after getting a good start. He is now down 6-4 through the first third. They will now get the second third going.
Now, you know how when we did the level 19 starts for Ben and Louis, and then we had them play an 18 game? So after all these 29s, let's have them go back to like 5.
would be interesting.
Completely mess with their equilibrium.
It would be quite a sight. Huff's not going to go any further. He'll top out at 14 lines. Hydrant showing
man,
why
yeah.
he is the world record holder now in score. So 21 lines are good. Hydrant, another one in the books for him. He'll go up 7-4 start.
So I love that historic run that Not Hydrant had the other night, and that's gonna be a video watched thousands and possibly hundreds of thousands or millions of times eventually. And it's just going to have Vandor in the back just laughing. Just he just didn't know how to react. Like, he didn't want to jinx it, so he didn't talk much. He just let it go. But he's just, like, snickering in the background. And the man doesn't laugh that much. Like, professional comedian types don't really laugh at too many jokes. So it was very fun to watch that unfold. So Hydrant's going to take another one here.
Yep, Huff is struggling a little bit. He's trying to find El Grippo, as sometimes we hear in the community.
Speaking of Van, he's in chat. Good to see you.
He knew how to react. He says he's a pro.
Yeah, like he let it breathe.
And I honestly I really appreciated that, because like it. I looked back at it and I was thinking to myself, if it was me, I probably would have been screaming my head off, losing my mind to see something like that. And he did it really the right way. You gotta, as a professional, you gotta let those moments just sink in and let people witness it without any type of play call. And
everybody,
he did it right.
Yeah, everybody watching knew what was going on. It wasn't a general YouTube bunch of noobs. I hate saying it like that, but just it was a hardcore audience. So everybody watching knew it was up. And Hydrant's going to need one more line here. Gets it. He's going to take another one. It's 9-4.
Hydrant's starting to take a commanding lead now.
Kings would have stepped all over it, stomped on it, spat on it, threw it in the trash. That's how I would have probably done it too.
All right. So we'll continue on. These guys moving on in 3, 2, 1. Tetris 9-4 is the lead. So Huff, get it together. Let's go.
So is the standing up of the T, is that a next level strats to avoid the tucks?
I mean, I wouldn't argue with Huff about that. I wouldn't say he made a misflip.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see now. We, haven't really seen too much of Huff aside from he's done a couple of events since WPL, but you know, it's really amazing to see how far he's coming along with this. And obviously, we're looking at 29, where he's having some struggles here. Oh, Hydrant,
I think we're gonna have a tie. Oh, but Hydrant's gonna take it on points.
Yeah, 55 800 for Hydrant beats the 28 200 for Huff. So a tie on lines with points makes the difference. GG's there. That is number 10 for Hydrant. Congratulations.
Did he manage a Tetris in that? That's a pretty high score.
Yeah. So we'll keep going. And Huff said it was the same glove a while back, so I can't believe that. But I have to send him. I'm gonna have to send him a glove.
It's got like those thumb holes, like the alternative rocker, the grunge kids wore back in '91. Speaking of '91 as the series.
And he's gonna top here. No shot on this one. So Hydrant, you're good again. Hydrant is really kicking it.
Scott's asking about the tiebreaker. The score is the tiebreaker if it's we're going by lines, and then the score would be the tiebreaker.
Yes.
And I assume we are going to play all 91 of these, even if somebody's ahead. But Hydrant has got a commanding 11-4 lead right now.
He does. So we're halfway home. 11-4 means 15 games played. We got 15 more on the docket. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. They'll continue. Even Hydrant's like, oh, please.
Hydrant has got an extra game in there. I can't even. Like, how do you even call something like this? You just have to let it breathe and just kind of.
Yeah, it's a spectacle. It's just something that we're sitting here watching. And again, only 7 lines for Huff. Not going to go any further. Hydrant again, another one. He's just racking them up. He's just racking.
Yeah, there's not much thinking. It's pattern recognition and just doing it. From playing this hundreds and hundreds of times. But look at this. He's keeping it about a third of the way up the board. The alternating burn shelves are probably to an advantage for this sort of setup. He's playing it like a B-type game. And he's just racking up the victories.
Let me ask you a question, Bidwell. We're talking about Huff's glove, and it's all worn out and whatnot, but I guess he feels comfortable with it. Would you make that kind of symmetry like a baseball player, where you got a worn out glove, but you just don't want to break in a new one, right? You're in the middle of the season.
For sure.
You got that
Yeah.
trusty glove. It's all tattered and everything, but it's old, reliable, and it feels good, right?
Right, and then once we have the Tetris Hall of Fame, it's obviously going to end up there. So
it's true.
But
Another
Hydrant,
one.
Again, he's got the 29 strats down. And I watched that game, and I watched the replay of it. It didn't feel like he was. It looked like maybe not a DAS player, but even like a tapper could have had his pre-29 game. Like, he just had a monster transition. He wasn't playing super high up on the board nearly the entire game. He just had that perfect RNG, perfect blend of line pieces when he needed them. And it just, every single piece came, it seemed in time. I didn't really sense any stress in that game whatsoever. And then, of course, he topped it off with his amazing post-29 play to destroy the world record. But up to that point, it didn't feel like the rolling is what made that game what it was. It was just the perfect setup. So we're going Annawell here. Can't get it over for Huff.
That would have been tremendous if we got it over. Another one for you, Hydrant. That'll be 14. Got to think, how many in a row is that? Because Huff was up 4-2. So 12 in a row for Hydrant right now.
Yeah.
And he
look at that left hook. Oh!
Woo!
My goodness. Is that a thing? Are they going left well for these 29 starts? Was he just showing off because he heard us talking about it?
Could be either way. I mean, I wouldn't put it back. Hydrant, to me, looks like he has rolling down to a T at this point. Like, he just feels very confident in what he can do. And he's setting records. He recently got a level 19 world record with it.
I mean, we talk about the glove there. So he's only going to get 2 in this one, so Huff's going to finally take one back here. He's got a long trip ahead of him to come back in this series.
14-5 it is. So one more, and then we will cross the 2/3 marker. People in the chat getting upset, calling it Annawell when it was a David.
I
George.
apologize.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a.
Imagine people getting mad at you, Bidwell, for trying to keep up with the times now, right?
I'll just read YouTube comments if I want to feel bad about myself.
They're already starting, aren't they?
That's great. Let's watch all the people complain about the cowbells. Like, you know what? You run a no fun tournament. That'd be great.
Exactly. Imagine trying to do something entertaining for people. Oh, amazing. There we go. Right, we got something cooking here.
Ooh, yeah. Hangs the square. Let's see how he solves this.
No.
Can't get the L to the left, and that's going to do it. 24, 25. Hydrant takes another one. It looked like Huff had that one, but the way these games develop. He's going to mull this one out because he's feeling good.
Totally fine. Only got 10 more to go. Hugo can wait another 10 more minutes, I'm sure. All right. Final 10 games to go. Huff trying to get back in this one. If he can take the next 10, Bidwell, we would be tied for the series. That'd be great.
Hey, never know. Oh, look at the cheating with the pausing. Come on.
I know. Can you imagine? You're already cheating rolling. I'm like, come on. I was doing pause strats.
Rolling the start button.
So it looks like Huff is going to go with a little bit more conservative route, but I think he's just going to start burning line by line if he can, instead of building up like he was before.
Yeah, I guess in alliance competition, I can't see why you wouldn't play it this way. And, having that parity in your board like this.
Oof, man, that L gets over there.
Place for every piece. Look at this, burning into shelves all the way back down. Almost, they weirdly have done it. They made it another Tetris. Nice.
Wow. Best game so far, without question.
All right. If somebody does a 4-wide strat, makes this actually look like a real modern Tetris match, I'm gonna, scream really loud and throw insults.
There we go. Hydrant now getting into some trouble, but he's getting
the
right pieces.
Huff is on a tear. Gets it over.
Oh, Hydrant can't rotate the L just in time, and that'll do it. Nice job. 63 and counting for Huff. Look at him go, Bidwell. Definitely his best game of the night. Gets to 6.
Yeah, mulling this one out for sure. Get this column 3 Tetris ready. And one tap away. How high was that? About 15 high?
Let's see.
Couldn't get one
2,
tap.
4, 6, 8. Yeah, about 11 or 12. Yep.
Whew.
Best game of the night so far, without question, Scout. That was over 50 plus lines. Wow. Amazing to watch. Really good.
See when you... Ooh.
He's already off to that nasty start. And
Yeah, now he's gonna be Club 0 right after the best game of the night. Isn't that how it always works?
Isn't that how it always works? Yeah, I just all he needed to do was just press start and it was good. So we got a 16-6 in favor of the Hydrantdude. He is most certainly going to be going into the second series on Monday with a nice large lead.
we go. Game number 23.
Both have black gloves on. So, Chris, I mean, how insane is this when we start watching CTWC in just a few weeks? Can you believe it's already here? Can you really believe it's happening this quick?
It's been you know, Scott has been putting up the videos of the rewatch of the 2020, and it's like I'm getting ready to watch some online again. It's gonna be pretty fun, and I'm gonna get to commentate one of the brackets, and I took the week off work so I could just be a maniac judge during the qualifying week. And it's gonna be a good time. That's 2021 for you, when a vacation is watching
Watching Classic Tetris for a whole week.
You're watching Classic Tetris for the whole week, just watching people on their stream. So Huff's gonna give a 34, and Hydrant's gonna take his 17th win here.
Nice job, Hydrant. That one was getting a little neck and neck, but Hydrant kept his board low enough. Huff. You can see Huff starting to have some trouble with that left side.
So high EQ 9. This is a lines competition. Level 29 starts, and then if there is a tie, we go to the scoreboard rather than the lines.
Super Mario 3DW wants to know, Chris, how do I get better at Tetris? So you're watching. Just look at what these guys are doing.
I used to say just, watch the better players, but I don't think you can gather much information watching this. It's too fast.
Yeah. No, I mean, these guys have put in a lot of time into making this work. I think that's going to be the struggle for many that are new to the scene, and if you've got a roller that ends up winning this year's tournament, people are going to want to try to jump on the bandwagon, but only a few are going to really succeed. It's not easy, and you got to put a lot of time into it.
So do you think rolling is something you can take up when you first start the game, or is that something you need to build your skills with other methods and then switch over to rolling?
I think exactly that. You gotta have the basis of understanding how the game works. I still think you need stack theory, right? Just because you can tap like crazy or you can roll like these guys, you still have to have the stacking ability, the stacking wherewithal, the IQ. That's the thing. These guys were amazing tappers, but they weren't the fastest. They were just, Huff was a decent stacker till he really started to put more time into it. Hydrant's always been an amazing stacker. So they relied on tapping to help get them out of situations, but at the end of the day, they knew how to play the game. And that's what you really need. I think people are going to come in and try to pick this up as the first thing. They're gonna struggle. You got to be able to understand the way the game needs to be played in order to then take this technique and make it your own.
And we still haven't gotten to the point where every single game goes to 29. So this is great. I still think this is topping off the tank in a close match. Like, your level 29 play will be enough to put you over the top. But what's the percentage of games that go to level 29 even like a CTM? It's maybe 50%?
Maybe.
I mean, it's obviously two people, and one person, if they top out early, then the other person obviously is not going to get there. But it's not even a given that they get to the level 29. They don't even get to level 19 all the time. There's still people topping out at the 18 level consistently. So it's obviously this is going to help in those high level matches.
All right, so Huff is good as he rolls his way. He's looking to get maybe 60.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to get the 60 line with that T over. Oh my word, this is amazing. So
Game Scouts.
Sorry, go ahead, Biddle.
Oh, no, I was talking about my stupid stuff. The Game Scouts with me thinking about around 50%. Ooh, hangs up the Z. Can't get the square tuck, but with a measly 72 lines, Huff gets win number 8.
All right, so Huff looking to try to at least get to double digits before the end of the night. We only got 5 more to go. Let's see where they finish. Certainly Huff doesn't want to go down too far. Still have plenty of games left to go when this series kicks off. We'll be back at it on Monday. So hopefully my partner in crime in the best of series, Chris, will be free to join.
Oh, absolutely.
We can just marvel at what's happening here. These guys are
I'm not going to watch wrestling or football. I'm going to watch some freaking Tetris.
And Hydrant is going to take that one. The 16 lines in for him. Get him up to 18. And that'll leave us 18-8 with 4 left to play. I'm asking, is mulleting good, by the way? If you want to mullen, you can mullen on Monday night. Just don't do it tonight. So far behind schedule. So far behind schedule. Fuko's already mad at me. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Skip Logic saying that rolling feels easier on his hands, but he's only practiced for a couple of weeks.
Well, you kind of assume so at first when you just see it, but then you see Huff with gloves, and I can barely see Hydrant's hand cam. It looks like he's gloving it up as well.
Yeah, he's got a glove. And remember, a bit what Huff had mentioned when we interviewed him, that his hands were hurting, hence why he started wearing the glove.
Yeah.
Because you had thought the same thing too. You said, well, actually, maybe it's be easier than the tapping, because all you're doing is just slamming your fingers quickly. But he said no, his fingertips were hurting, and that's why you need to wear the glove.
You also got to wonder, in the course of a CTWC bracket that's going to be 8 hours plus of Tetris, can you maintain that concentration throughout that entire session or not? It'll be very interesting to see. And is it something that you switch back and forth? Maybe you go back to tapping if you're starting to not feel it, if you're losing your touch.
Yeah. I mean, let's do a litmus test here. You had Huff at the WPL. He had to go through a long day of bracket and waiting around for the matches. You could see towards the end he was kind of getting tired.
Yeah, it was a lot of overplays, underplays, because it's a rhythm. It's not repeating a singular motion. It's 3 or 4 different motions, and your brain has to determine motion 1, motion 2, or motion 3.
What a really nice burn from Huff, but not good enough. 69 lines. Hey now. 73 for Hydrant. We'll get him to 19. They're going to get to that 20 threshold and take a commanding lead when we go into round 2 on Monday night. Got 3 more to go.
Up 2-to-1 ratio here. Waiting for the actually person in chat to say if this were same piece sets, it'd be different results.
I think I would hear that from the background, of course, but I think with this technique, you gotta say it really doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I mean, out of 91, it's like a baseball season. You're gonna see who's the better player after that many matches.
Exactly. Well, certainly won't be the Mets. They are really tough.
Oh lordy.
What's Huff gonna do here? Oof. Nothing. He can't do anything with that. Just
he had the burn shelf stack, but yeah, just couldn't burn him down.
That'll get Hydrant to 20. It's 20-8. Huff gonna try to maybe take these last 2 to at least maybe only a 10 game difference. 2 more to go, boys.
We got DK in the chat saying if they were same piece sets, it'd be different results. It's very philosophical, or is it smartassy? I can't tell the difference, but I like that reply.
DK is a little bit of both.
Yeah, which is good. We need that. So here we go. Game 29.
Huff setting up. Yeah, Huff was building up. Ooh, Hydrant.
Yeah, I don't think this is Hydrant's game here. If you get a line piece down that well, maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Huff will take it.
All right. Game 30.
See, Chris, we got there. It wasn't that bad, right? Not that bad.
Nope. What was it, about 20 minutes?
Yeah, about. We'll call it about 25 minutes, right? We'll go into our final game. All right, boys, this is it. Bidwell's going to count you down. It's the last one for this evening. Best of 91, games 1 through 30 come to an end. This is game 30. Go ahead, Chris. Do it.
All right, we'll do a level 29 speed. 3, 2, 1, touchers.
Blazing fast that was, indeed.
I couldn't even pronounce the words at that speed. It's just too much for me. I can't roll my language.
Could you roll your R's, Chris?
Oh, hell no.
I'll leave that to me. Oh, no, Huff.
That's it. You got the flavor there. I'm a white bread guy from Ohio. So Huff's going to top out at 7 lines, and we are going to go into the second leg with Hydrant with a 21-9 advantage.
GG's. Very nicely done. Nice little exhibition we just saw. Very insane what these guys can do. We're getting a taste of what is to come for CTWC 2021, Chris. It's going to be insane. But let's ring the bell, Charlie. There's the bell. The bell sounds. And move over to the winner's scene. He's typing as he's saying some nice things to his friend. But it is his rival. And he will take the first leg of this series. The Hydrantdude. Drounce, whatever you want to call him. You call him an absolutely amazing player. He's a world record holder, Chris. 1.6. He did an amazing job smashing the previous world record.
Historic run, and what a way to hype up for CTWC in a few weeks.
I am so stoked for that. So congratulations to the Hydrantdude. Also an excellent commentator as well. He usually likes to hang out in the booth with me. But now he's got his sights set on the World Championships coming in a few weeks. You got to think, Chris, people are going to be tuning into his qualifier. Chris, let's think about this. Do you think he can pull off how many max outs in the 2-hour span?
Oh man, I don't. Can he beat 12? Can somebody beat the 12 of Joseph Saley from last year? It's certainly possible, but man, I saw Corion's been doing like a couple 2-hour runs. Have been people doing their 2-hour runs trying to see how many maxes they can get? What's been the result of those?
Yeah, they're getting their max outs. They are most certainly getting their max outs within that, but nothing really to where you're seeing on the high level like a Dog or Andy or Eric. And of course JD, nothing in like the double digits. They're getting their max outs, which we're talking about. You got to get at least 1 to get you in the ball game. 2 should probably cement you. The question is, how many will Hydrant get? It's the talk of the town.